Caltrans knows Winters Street near Interstate 80 in the city of Sacramento is a problem. They've cleared encampments here 5 times in the last year.
At the end of the day, these are people, and we believe they deserve dignity and housing.
Elisa Becerra is with Caltrans Office of Homelessness and Encampments. The agency created the program in response to the state's homelessness crisis to assess the dangers encampments pose to the highway system and to clear camps when deemed necessary.
There are safety risks. They're real, and we move people for safety, not for optics.
This is what it looked like under Tri-Stations Road before crews cleared them out on May 6th.
And hope and pray that all my other friends out here can get into housing also, and we'll accept it.
How many people do you think were living here?
Oh, God, about 50, maybe 75 or more.
We first met Karen Bethman hours after the camp's removal.
Why didn't you take the housing on Tuesday?
Because I couldn't have all my animals, and they wanted me to choose between them, and I can't do that.
She says she wants to go to a shelter, but there are not options that allow her to bring her 3 dogs and 3 cats with her. So she stays. Caltrans tells us they worked with the city of Sacramento in the weeks leading up to the camp's removal to connect people living here with resources. But a city spokesperson says only 5 people accepted a temporary shelter bed.
We work really hard behind the scenes to get outreach, to get people to come out, to make those connections. Even on the day of removal, our staff was out here talking to people, trying to help them move their belongings out, not rushing them, making sure they had time to even come back if they couldn't get it all at once.
Caltrans paid for the encampment's removal, but what about the rehousing programs? When asked, Caltrans cited millions of dollars in state grant funding awarded to Sacramento County to support people experiencing homelessness in this area. But a spokesperson for Sacramento County's homeless team told us they didn't know about the removal until our story the day of, and that their ERF funding had nothing to do with it. Writing in a statement in part, while this particular location is outside the county jurisdiction in both geography and our designated Encampment Resolution Fund ERF grant area, there are opportunities to partner with both the city and Caltrans to provide services and possible shelter to campers. Ideally, we'd know several weeks in advance to establish trust with campers and develop plans for relocating them into sheltering programs. According to the state, the funding for those programs is there through the ERF program and concrete plans.
Something that is incredibly important to be mindful and to be reminded of is that no awards are given to local municipalities without a site-specific plan that is focused on people that will allow them to transition from that encampment location to a shelter location, to a housing solution, and not just housing, but also resources.
Pablo Espinoza is a spokesperson for the California Housing and Community Development, the agency that awards encampment removal funds.
The spirit is to assist people to find the kind of place that they would like to find. If you talk to most all of them, they would say that they would rather not be on the streets.
What do you want right now in terms of housing?
To where I can have all my pets. Okay, that's what I would want. To where I can have all my pets, I wouldn't have to choose between them.
And while millions of dollars support programs by the city and the county to help people living in this general area, it does appear in this particular case, the majority of people living in the encampment are still living on the street. In Sacramento, Leanne Denier, KCRA 3 News.
The message we heard from Karen is one we've heard from many people living in camps like that one. They need shelter options that can include more animals, so we asked the city about that. It says the shelter system does offer limited accommodations for both partners and pets at various sites, and that the city council has been looking for more interim housing solutions.